Mediocre rapper and professional blog arguer Cardi B has made more headlines recently, and not for how bad her verses have been this time, but for arguing with yet another blog page. Ms. Belcalis took to her Twitter to respond to a blog page on Twitter whom has a little over 2,000 followers, Black Tea Blog. Black Tea Blog is mainly a YouTube-based channel. She's been posting on YouTube for a little over a year now, and recently I've been seeing her a lot more gaining popularity. Now she's in a major beef with Cardi B. Now this is actually pretty messy because the less than smart rapper decided to go on her Twitter page and respond to a tweet that she wasn't even mentioned in by saying, "Thirsty about what? Haven't done ish, haven't said ish, literally chilling. Thirsty? You make videos of me 4 to 5 times a week while having child endangerment and child neglect charges. Y'all will sit here and harass and bully celebs because of delusions in your head." Belcalis accused the blog page of some pretty serious stuff in her tweet, and that's when the back and forth between the two began. "You not woman enough to ever have my name in your mouth. Anybody with these charges and anybody that defends you are a disgrace. Talk and harass on social media, but was in protection custody in jail. Leave me alone," Cardi B tweeted. She also posted screenshots of Black Tea Blog's records. Cardi continued on with a picture of Black Tea Blog by saying, "I'm lying. This is you. I dare you to post a picture of your ID next to your ID picture. I give 20K. That's your name and you are a California resident, Ebony. You suing me? Baby, trust me, my lawyers will be sending letters." In reality, all Cardi's gonna do is pay her lawyers to send out cease and desist to small blog pages, but nobody's scared of Cardi or her dumb cease and desist. Black Tea Blog responded to these claims by saying, "You stupid. This was domestic violence for me getting beat up. Y'all are idiots." And the Wild Side Flop quote tweeted and said, "Lies. These are your penal codes, and these are what they mean. I also have the one with you with domestic violence. It's sad you are a victim of domestic violence, but on your page and channel, and you constantly shame Megan." In my opinion, I think those charges are very sus. However, I don't know the situation of her family dynamic. I'm not there. She did admit to her domestic violence situation. That seemed a little more touchy because that's her very personal life. But I think it's so bizarre that Cardi's digging up all this information on blog pages to expose them. But what gets mad when they talk about drama or when she's even in the blogs. But she's constantly arguing with people and doing weird things for people just to talk about it more. In reality, she's just mad about them giving their opinions on her music, or the fact that they're not agreeing with her every second of the way. I just feel like this is a very, very common thing for Cardi to do. She cannot take any type of criticism because suddenly she's the victim and woe is me. And everybody's always supposed to feel bad for her. She's always picking and trying to abuse her celebrity by trying to scare and trick blog pages into not even posting her. She picked a fight with the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk, On Site, That's So Bold, and Impressive, just to name a couple. I just think it's interesting how she's never had a big falling out with Jason Lee, who runs Hollywood Unlocked. Why? Because they're friends. She doesn't want blog pages to post her, whether it be good or bad. Not because she doesn't want the publicity, because in reality she lives for it. She doesn't like the blogs posting her because she knows once she messes up, it'll be on every blog, and the backlash would be too much for her because she's obsessed with people liking her. She tries to scare blogs into not posting her because she'd rather not deal with people voicing their real opinions about her on a platform that isn't hers because she can't control it. I'm just thinking about how every time Nicki spoke up or would defend herself in 2018, 2019 time, she was constantly called bitter, old, etc. But I feel like nobody has ever seen Nicki Minaj dig up information on blogs that don't like her and argue with other fan bases all the time. All of those things are Cardi B. She tries to use scare tactics such as violence and her lawyers to get blogs to stop posting her. She argues with Barbs every other month on her Twitter page, and at the end she always tries to play victim. Cardi needs to stop. She retweeted somebody saying that they are worried about her mental health because people come harder at her when she's pregnant, but I just feel like Belka brought this whole mess onto herself. She has over 18 million followers on Twitter, whereas this blog page has 2,000 on Twitter. Clearly once Cardi talks about it, it's going to bring a lot of attention to it because she has the bigger personality on social media. She is the celebrity. So nobody brought this mess onto Cardi but Cardi. She's always claiming that everyone is out to get her and that everyone hates her, etc. But this again is a common theme with her. She responds to a few negative comments by talking all this mess, then gets mad with people who agree with the initial tweet, double down on agreeing with it. It's just like when Normani's fanbase told her she wasn't needed on the song. She claimed up and down that she was being disrespected, but in reality she just can't take any criticism. I've never seen a celebrity argue so much with fans in my life. It's exhausting to see. I can't imagine how exhausting it must be to argue with everybody who doesn't even like you. Cardi just throws rocks, hides her hands, and then says that everyone's out to get her in order to get sympathy. She's been doing it for years, and the pattern is obvious, and it's even more tired than her music.